The essence of us coming together as young people is for us to find a way forward on how we can contribute and erase the notion that we as young people are troublemakers, we are agents of conflict, and all of the negative things in Liberia or in the world, we are associated with it. So we will come today to join the International Labour Organization, the ILO, to send a stronger message that we as young people in Liberia, especially in Zorzor district, we are quite different from the people that perceive us in time past. Because if we are not strong enough to send that message, they will still think in the past. It is based on this that I want you to please bear with me as a representative of the young people globally, to just say one or two things as it relates to how important are we as young people in the process of peace building, conflict mitigation, and holistic development. The reason is you have globally 1.5 billion young people, according to the United Nations. 1.5 billion people between the ages of 15 to 24. But according to the African Union, young people as defined is from 15 to 35 years. So if you are to have 1.5 billion people globally who are considered as young people between the ages of 15 to 24 years, if you double that number, it means globally in 2030, the young people in Africa will constitute 42% of the global population in Africa. This means we have to play a more important role rather than coming to take $1 or $2 and walk away. It means we need to stand our ground, because if it comes to destruction, we will also be used. When it comes to conflict mitigation, we'll be used. When it comes to building our peace and building our communities, we'll be used. So we have an important part. So in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll be talking about a rising population in Africa, and that will be by young people. So the reason why I've come to say this, and I'm so happy that the youth organization in Zorzor saw the need that I come to speak to you on this issue, is that I'm appealing to all of you. Can we for a moment send a clearer message to the world that we as young people in Zorzor district are quite different? Are we prepared? Yes. I want us to be prepared beyond all measures, because in time past, the way they saw us as people who are not educated, we are changing the dynamics now. Many young people now are thinking about going to school. Many young people are thinking about being leaders in their communities. You don't need to be a representative to be a leader. You can be a well-market woman or a man and be a leader because you are impacting many people. And that has to do with peace. That has to do with conflict prevention. So let me not take much of your time, but I will be happy that we continue these conversations, especially around the table, so that we can see the need of changing everything positively, so that we as young people in our own corners will sit and imagine that we can no longer take guns, that we can no longer go to the streets and burn homes. Because I remember in Zorzor here, many times they will say there is a protest, it turns to violence and young people will dominate. When there was a conflict here, the first group of people they saw taking rocks to throw were young people, because they were being misled by the older folks. And let me say this to the older folks with all due respect. I want you to take this. No longer you can use us as agents of destruction. Yeah. And let me say that with no apology to the older folks, we are smarter than before. We can no longer be used, and we don't want you to think about using us as agents of destruction. If you have that mindset, change it. If you think we will go and take banners and go burn our homes that we're supposed to live in, you destroy our country for years, and we are struggling to come back and build the broken pieces. No longer will be used. Thank you very much.